This is a quick tutorial on how I use swarm effects, swarm racks in Ableton for sound design. For context, a swarm rack is essentially where you just have a lot of one effect duplicated over and over and over and over and over again. So as an example, right, I've got this simple little silly goofy groove. It sounds like this. Doesn't include the Discord sound effect. I'm just in a Discord called Deafened. Whatever, that's what it sounds like. Now if I were to put a reverb swarm on the master, which no doubt is a fantastic idea, without even doing anything, it'll sound kind of creepy. What if I turn that up a bit? Right, so this is just a bunch of reverbs in serial, and all of the parameters on these reverbs are mapped. So if I change the decay time, then it changes on all the reverbs at once. The room size does stuff. Oh, it's getting kind of feedbacky. Yeah, alright, well I could mess with this for hours, but there you go. That's the basic overview. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a basic overview of what a swarm rack is. So something that I should note with swarm racks is that they only really sound good with time-based effects, or effects that not only affects the frequency domain, but also the time domain. So, for example, a vocoder, right? Because, well, at least the Ableton vocoder, because it's a bunch of filters, and the way those filters are structured, it creates the effect of an all-pass filter. So if you have a lot of vocoders, then that time-based effect is going to amplify itself. So I've got this saw wave going through this vocoder in wavetable, whatever. Very, very, very simple. I'm going to make a vocoder swarm with this saw wave going through it. So I'm going to map all these parameters in vocoder to the rack so that when we duplicate vocoder, we don't have to map all the parameters individually, because when you duplicate it, the mappings are retained. So put the dry wet there, formant, stereo, release. Alright, so now we've got this mapped. Changing the macro will change the parameters on the vocoder, obviously. So what we're going to do, using a keyboard shortcut through Live Enhancement Suite, or just using Control-D a bunch, I'm going to duplicate this vocoder so that there's 16 of them. This is probably overkill, definitely overkill. But, you know, I guess the more the better with this sort of thing. Ah! I've realized my mistake. Ah, whatever. I already have a vocoder effect rec anyway. Vocoder swarm. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's gnarly as hell. Yeah. God damn it. That's sweet. That was worth the wait. Yeah, so vocoders, because they affect stuff in the time domain, get some really interesting results. But for something like, I don't know, a saturator, it's probably just gonna sound really gross and distorted. Because the only thing that this is doing is just lots and lots of distortion, which is fine. You know, it's whatever. But let's see. Let's try it. See if my point is valid. Just without the saturator. Well, there's some... Oh, that's weird. That's a cool sound. There's some somewhat interesting tones in there, but I wouldn't say that that's as applicable as the vocoder effects. You could take this way far out with a lot more stuff. For example, you could chain together multiple effects, right? So instead of having just saturators, I could have a reverb followed by a shifter, followed by, I don't know, box. One of my favorite Maxer Live effects. Well, box is a reverb, so maybe we'll get rid of the reverb. Shifter, then box, and then... Spectral time. Why not? Right? Put this in a rack. Map a bunch of parameters, probably this, this, this. And all right, is that it? Let's see how this sounds. Let's see if this is as insane as I hope. That's pretty cool. Just messing around. Let's see what else. This is so cool! Kind of hear some tonality through there. Whatever. Once again, I could do this for hours. Yeah, well, I can't think of anything else to ramble about here. Guess that's it. Thanks for watching.